Dropped 86 frames.
For the last 5 minutes.
Now I can actually spectate, and you guys can see it without it being choppy as shit. So this will be good.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah, I was just saying that.
I don't know what happened to Bo at the start here.
Look at your pace relative to the elite guys, who you'll obviously be racing with.
I can't open my speedo, but you can see how significantly slower he's going. Look at this. He actually taps the brake. What was his deal?
Midfield-ish.
No. Well, put it this way: you're the fastest M6 in the league, without a doubt. In my opinion, and I think Andrex is 5th. I mean, he's a good racer. He doesn't make mistakes and stuff, but then neither do you. And
so weird.
In my opinion, you're quicker than him. So what? I mean, I think you would be in the top. Like, you'd be there with Andrex on the table right now.
What the shit?
And I mean, there's some of the races where you had the pace that you would have been like kind of top 5 in the or like top 4 and stuff. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, I'll give it a good go.
Oh, he thought they started.
I've not really had a look and compare.
He thought they started. Wow.
But, yeah.
This is the guy, I'm sorry, but you know what? This is the guy. This is the guy that's been literally disagreeing with everything I say on the forums all the time.
Because I mean, I know that
what the hell is this?
Is
kidding me?
All round.
I understand you got confused, but come on.
I know what the M6 is like. You know, I know its driving style. It suits my driving style, so I'll probably just stick with it.
You make it suit your driving style, like do you like? How do you fiddle your tuning all the time?
That was so wow. Leaky got caught up right in the middle of that too. What the hell happened?
Well, for this race, I literally only had yesterday to practice to set up the car.
What was that?
And
that was the stupidest incident.
Like he's a lifesaver. If he didn't give me a setup from yesterday, I wouldn't been anywhere.
Who was that?
Lusty.
Oh, Lusty. Oh, wow. Did you guys see what happened at the start to Ironic?
Yeah, Evidence drove. I was next to it.
So basically, yeah, what happened is Bo kind of backed up. Like for some reason, I don't know why, Bo was like going really slow. Evidence kind of gave him a little bump, and then Ironic gave him a little bump. So then Bo's like, oh crap, I got to catch up. I got to be alongside Nagaram, right? So he goes to do that, and when he does that, Evidence thinks that they're starting. So Evidence just floors it. It rear ends Ironic because suddenly Ironic had to slow down again because Bo was getting on the brakes a bit. And then it's just, yeah, I mean, he sent Ironic into the wall. That was major damage right away.
Yeah, but it then kept going. But that's why I always leave a bit of gap at the start.
Yeah, no, I don't. That was really strange. I'm surprised Evidence stood on it like that, though.
I mean, I hold my hands up. I think I accidentally just tapped the back of is it piston, copper piston?
It's a tight start here.
Well, everyone at the back just started flooring it. So I mean, I'm so far back, I can't see what's going on at the front. So I'm assuming that it's all gone. It's it's green, and then all of a sudden, just touched the back of the.
He almost took me out.
So I need to say sorry to him.
It's not really your fault.
How close he was to taking me out.
Porsche, which is a crash magnet.
Kidding me?
It was always going to happen.
Too close. It looked close from onboard.
Too pissed.
That was a big hit, though.
Shooter.
Yeah.
Watch my Le Mans race tomorrow.
You know why? You know what happened here is...
Yeah, I'll link it up and stuff.
So Bo accelerates, brakes. Right here he brakes.
Did you actually see the end of
Ironic doesn't brake.
Daytona, though?
Ironic just lifts.
Yeah, I did.
He doesn't brake. You can't see his brake lights come on, so Evidence didn't realize...
I was kind of walking in and out the room, and I mean, honestly, I massive respect to your staying power. I mean,
that's gonna be a big penalty. I mean,
like a wrecked car.
He literally just ruined Ironic's chance at the championship.
God damn it! I would have quit that race.
That's
no way, but man, you made it to the end.
That's crazy.
I was like massively impressed.
All right, let's watch the rest of it.
Oh my god!
That over too much.
Okay, for the guys that
I almost died on the first corner too.
I was racing at Daytona in the Endurance League.
I was so confused here. Like, from my view, it's like, what? Where did everybody go? Like, look how much I pulled off. Makes no sense.
And when I pitted, the guys, you can actually see it on my stream that the guys put wet tires on the back. But when I checked my tires at the end of the race, it was slicks. So I was racing in a thunderstorm.
I mean, I'm pretty far ahead already here, and then I almost died.
And I had very different weather from the other guys, so it was just I was off.
Look, it's like ice.
Like 7 times.
It's not just me. The car is like ice. Look at that.
I felt like leaving because I crashed into like 3 LMP2 cars. You know, you saw my car just swerving straight to the right and just smashing into other cars.
Yeah, that was crazy. Although
I just threw it in there, but I really didn't. There was no grip.
You can at least know some good came off it. because, like, I looked
The
at
rear
your
couldn't
Twitch,
keep up
I
with the
rewound
front.
your video on it, and I seen you set up your pit strategy, and I seen you select it.
I'm so
and
lucky
you
I
did
caught
everything
that.
right in the game
Yeah.
strategy.
Right.
So because of that,
So
when
then
we
not
had the
much
wet
happened at the
race
start.
last week, like,
Duo was on me.
I'd practiced, like, I thought, well, okay, I'm going to practice
Let me
pit
mute the
stops, and I
game
managed
before
to
this
work
gets
out a
annoying.
way of making sure that they always change your tires. So yeah, your pain
Oh,
helped me at least.
Okay. Let's get over
I
this.
mean, it didn't really help that much since I was
Oh,
terribly damaged.
you know
and
what,
got 2
man?
laps
Like
down, but
you
got the tires
kind
away.
of screwed up on the formation, but that's not you.
Yeah.
That collision was not your fault.
I was just so frustrated.
That was not your fault.
Because I was like watching the LMP2 cars and the
I
GT cars
strongly
going
believe that was
just
Evidence's
straight through
fault.
the poles that I was just taking 2 360s in.
He saw.
Yeah, I would.
I never look at the car in
bonus points just
front
for
because the
driving
car in
that to the
front,
end.
like,
that was
there's
crazy.
the car in front of him, then there's you.
Actually, I
couldn't
thought I
see
was
you.
gonna
He saw you
be stuck
accelerate,
there
and then he
in
saw you
the-
disappear
me
behind
stuck outside the
Ironic.
pits.
He can see the car to his front left though.
I
You
spawned
can see
just
that
outside
fine,
the
and
pit
he
lane.
saw that he wasn't accelerating.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
You can
think
see
I was-
clearly that car was not
in the
accelerating.
grass, I couldn't get out. I was just.
So he shouldn't
I
have
was stuck
gone.
there for
He shouldn't
like
have gone
a
at all.
Good 5 minutes, and
I
then
don't know why he
reversed
did.
out of it.
Alright, so what did I miss? I
Right,
should
I'm
watch.
gonna
I
be
should
off
watch
now,
Scott
guys,
start.
so I'll catch you later.
Well, congratulations.
You need
again.
a rest.
Well
Congrats,
deserved.
man.
You need a rest after this.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
take a cold showers.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Yeah, thanks, guys. See you later.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, see you later, dude.
And I don't know what the hell
Ironic
happened to you there,
flucks,
Bo, at the
just
start. I was saying
took
it
a
as it was
dive
happening
this
to him. I'm like,
season.
why is he doing that?
Yeah,
But
Like, it looked like he was unstoppable up until.
right.
I mean, he didn't have a good,
Unless he
a great
started
race at
fifth.
Red
Where
Building,
did he
but like,
finish?
he still had a good result in the end. And
Where are
then
there
it's
two
just after
Marleys?
Long Beach. I think the patch
Oh.
maybe kind of screwed him more.
Marvin has the
because,
same name as you, MAR.
I know that he did always like a really oversteery car, and the way the changes they made to the hard tires.
God, are you kidding
made
me?
it
He's
seems
already
like
up to
there's less
18th.
Rear
Okay, hold on, let me
traction,
focus on my race, then I'll come back. Somebody remind me to
especially
watch
when
Scott's at
car's
the end of
moving
this.
laterally.
Focus on my race for now.
It was really bad. Like the place I noticed it the worst was Road America, because I went
wanna get
back
this
to
over
test
with.
my car at Road America.
I end up
a lot of the
reviewing for way
corners,
too
'cause they're
long in
quite
most of these
long, you might
races.
degree,
So
but they're quite fast corners. Like you're on the throttle while
mean,
you're
Bo just
halfway
couldn't
around the
catch me. I
corner,
don't know
and
what
the
it
car
was.
just kept stepping out. And I think because the way he sets
My
his
tires are
car
still
up was
ice
kinda
at this
similar to
point.
mine, and he's been
Oh,
screwed more
interesting.
by it.
Did
mean,
I
I
kind of
just
cut
go
you off
slower
here?
as a result, but I think he's still trying to go the same speed with a car
Maybe a
that doesn't
tiny.
suit
Oh,
him
I
so
remember
much
seeing you in
anymore,
my
but
mirror, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay, no,
that's
I
good
can
luck.
claim that line because you weren't alongside.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you in my mirror, just barely
Nagron
enough.
theoretically could
Actually, see it from my onboard.
If Nagron wins
Yeah,
the next
see right
race
here.
and Ironic doesn't finish, then Nagron can take second.
Like right here,
Yeah,
you're
that's
alongside.
freaking-
Then
that's
right
crazy.
here,
I
I'm like, okay, you fell back.
I was
a
like,
bit.
the first and second positions are fixed, I thought, but no, it's actually gonna.
Well, I think realistically though, because I mean, Ironic's finishing position here for this race is shown
Yeah.
as 14th, but there's a 17-second penalty that we assume you can probably like
Oh,
get took
woo.
off. So I'd probably
Getting
put him
the
a
woo.
couple of places further up, which it probably would
Right,
put him because he only needs 6
Bo was
extra
all over
points
the
to be out
woo.
of reach of
God, you were
Nagron.
quick down the downhill.
So yeah, I mean, I think Ironic's definitely.
God, you were quick
second,
down the
but
downhill. This is
It's just
crazy.
amazing how quickly things can change.
I think
Yeah.
it's just the mid-engine just suits that corner a lot better. Specifically in Forest Elbow.
Actually, Ironic missing, was it? Can't remember.
Probably
which
just
race.
mute Discord. Sorry, I'm like talking over it. Blah 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 blah. So I think it was like lap 5 or something that Daewoo went into the wall. Pretty sure he was behind me at the time. Like I was definitely feeling a bit of pressure here. It was close enough to actually be causing a difference, but then he couldn't get me in the straight. Okay, he was getting me in the straight. He just wasn't close enough on the Forest Elbow to make a move. Oh. Forgot about that. Bit of switch back and forth there. I went freaking deep. Oh yeah, that's right. So there was a couple times at the start that I actually hit the wall here. I forgot about that. I was majorly struggling at the start. I completely blanked out on that. I forgot. Yeah. Okay, I remember this now. So there was 2 different laps that Daewoo was making a move on me here. He just had a better run out of turn 2. I was majorly struggling for grip on turn 2 because when you sit in the middle there, for some reason, you can kind of see it. Right here, there's like a change in terrain. It goes from like high camber to low camber, and it just, that dip for some reason unsettled the car every time. Like right there, it gets unsettled. And I had to be aiming for early inside, which is what I was avoiding because I thought that was what was causing the issue yesterday when I did the practice race. Anyway, that put me inside. I had to defend from the inside here. And yeah, right here, when you do that, you end up in the wall over and over. Just had no grip. Blah, blah, blah. Go on. I still held the position. Pulled off a bit. Oh, God. He almost died right there. Eesh. Eesh. Oh my God. You did well to avoid him there, Bo. It'd take a while to fast forward through all this. There was a lot of action. I think he gets it on me again here. Slipstream, he starts catching me a bit. It's interesting, nobody was slipstreaming quite as well as I was, though. He was taking such a weird line over Skyline every time. Yeah, yo, how did Timo do? Sorry, I forgot Timo was back in this race, that's right. Like, he just, yeah, I see what he was doing. He wasn't, I think I was lining that up better than he was. I know I'm not seeing the suspension flex, I'm not seeing his end of the replay, but it seems like he was just getting a bit of a weird line through that left-hander there. But he ended up falling back when he had that that swipe of the wall, and then something else happened later, I think. Oh God, Bo's right there. Yeah, right here. So this is where I thought he took damage. Did the whole Need for Speed thing. I actually did the same thing later, though. Oof. Like, once you hit that wall, it just pulls you out. Bo just ran away with it. I would be playing audio, but like here, I guess I'll unmute Discord again. Track cut, yeah, I saw that track cut on turn 1. I was like, whatever. That's definitely not faster to go out there. Again, Bo, I do not understand how you were just on me entire race. You never got past me either. That's the other weird thing. I think you might have gotten alongside me like once, maybe twice, but so at this point, Shooter's right on him. Shooter doesn't want to go for any moves. Scott is already behind Shooter. Oh shit. Shooter actually spins. That mad understeer there, and he tries to gun it to compensate, and he's just gone. Oh yeah, sorry. That's right. The icebergs. Thank you for the follow. And Renato Tita. Thank you, man. Probably butchered that. I'm sorry. Why did Discord go quiet? Am I? Oh, it's just you two left. Jeez. I think everybody else got off. All right, whatever. Anyway, let's keep going. Wow, Scott, unbelievable. So I'm gonna have to watch back those first 10 laps from Scott later. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So this is where I hit the wall. I do the exact same thing as Duo.
Can I see what my recovery looked like?
What? Your recovery? Hold on. What? Don't you have your own replay?
Yeah, I can work that, man, in VR and stuff. It sucks.
All right. That was a weird way to lose it, eh? That corner's just nasty, man. I was on and off struggling on that. I almost died near the end of the race on that corner at one.
I was quite literally. I decided that I was gonna let him pass me on the start-finish straight. So I was just making sure he wasn't too close behind me, that I could move left, and I just forgot to brake too late because I was looking at my mirror. But yeah, I mean, I thought, oh god, I'm completely fucked. But like, I managed to like.
Yeah, that reverse 180 flick thing sort of worked out. I mean, it was like a 3-point turn, but it kind of worked.
Yeah, well, it seemed more dramatic from inside, but yeah.
Oh no, I can see why. I can definitely see why.
Because it's one of those ones that takes a long time to recover from if you go nose in. Well, like it managed to roll it round, and didn't lose a position, astonishingly.
An understeer, man. You just suddenly, like, when you turn around, you just suddenly see Scott up beside you. Anyway, that was pretty good. Alright, let's get back to what I was doing. So I hit the wall on the same lap.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't hit him.
just like, God, Bo, you're so much quicker. That turn 2 was such a problem for me early on. What did I do wrong here? I don't know what I did wrong here, because at the time I felt like I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't. Oh, I see. I turned in too early. Turned in way too early. That's why I kept saying you have to turn in late there. On my like pre-race notes, I was saying you need to turn in late. You need to hug, like turn in like here, like right around here. I turn in super early. Yeah, this is where you want to, and then you kind of hug the late apex. Ended up just understeering, trying to brake. Nothing I can do. Straight to the scene of the accident. I can't believe I didn't take damage from that. Like, how did I not take damage there? That's crazy. Apparently Bo followed me? Oh yeah, you did. So that's where you took the 10 damage, eh? That's unfortunate, man. You actually hit the wall lighter than I did. Okay, it was a bit more head on, maybe. This is where we went alongside. After that, I don't think we went side by side at all. Just kind of squeeze you. Alright. At this point, Daewoo catches up because that lost us a ton of time. Alright, now there's a bit of waiting. I guess Scott's right here, though. At this point, I think this is when I realized Scott is right there after I made that crash. I was like, oh god, Scott's pulling up. I still don't understand how we got there so quick. Like, how far are we into the race? We're literally 20 minutes in. So at about the 15-minute mark, he was already up to, like, 7th? 7th or 6th? Holy pressure, man. I mean, there's not much to analyze in the duel that me and Scott had either. It's you guys saw it all. I mean, we were going hard. We're just going at each other. Like I said, though, I think he said himself he picked up some damage, and I think that was making the difference in the straight. And he just didn't have the same top end I did. He was still able to slipstream, luckily, but crazy because he was running. I think he said he was running 1.5 wing, which is what I was thinking about running, but I ended up running 2.7, and I don't regret it. 2.7 actually paid off. Give me that tiny bit more consistency, I think, especially at the beginning of the race and the end of the race when the tires were shit. That really helped. Oh my god, he just kept having looks. Zoom, zoom. Come on, get over the mountain already. Oh, is he in the wall there? Daewoo was taking the weirdest line here. Was Scott really trying to... He was just trying to... Yeah, he was playing mind games. He said that after the race, too. He was just trying to play mind games. Right here. That's a big mind game right there. Oh, my God. Yeah, like, so, what I was saying earlier, this is what I noticed when Daewoo was following me. So, you want to stay right. You want to be right over this crest. He's staying left. Pretty much every lap he was staying left. Then you end up having to turn while braking down in this really heavy braking zone. Because up here, you can't be braking very heavy. You can brake here, and then when you come over the crest, you got to kind of lift off and just like get some stability. So if you stay right, you get a much better straight line into this, which is what Scott's doing. That's what I was doing too. You got to apex right here and just kind of line up far left. But when you do it the way Daewoo's doing it, look where he ends up. He ends up over here, and it's just super awkward to get in there. I think that was probably hurting his pace. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose. It just kind of wasn't working out very well. I don't know when Scott gets him. Because I do remember when Scott passed him finally. Yeah, there you go. What the hell? That's what happened. He suddenly dropped off by 10 seconds. Wow. Late apex. Lost the rear. Interesting. He like literally rode on the curb. Usually I hit it here and then I end up hopping 2 wheels, as you guys have seen a bunch of times, I'm sure. End up hopping 2 wheels over that. Kind of rode on it and it just let go of his inside tires. Lost a ton of time to that. At least there's some runoff there. I guess it wasn't too bad. We were still way back because he had the spin. Alright.
Yeah, it was stuff like that that was why I was taking it easy.
Scott just mad pace. Aces us down. I'm not really watching you, Bo, because I know you were just like the gap was literally identical all the way through. I don't know how you were handling. I guess your car just handles turbulence better and cornering better in general. You were just on me through every sector. You never really fell back more than a second. That was a bit of a cut. I think I remember. Yeah. I remember seeing that in my mirror. I'm like, wait, did he just cut? Whatever. That's gonna happen. I think me and Scott did the same thing once too. I ended up running straight once. Scott ended up running straight once. So all's good that ends good. That's how the saying goes, but whatever. Oh my god. So what? Do you have any idea about what I was doing wrong in Forest Elbow? I still have no idea.
Yeah, it looks like he left it too.
That was an awkward one. That wasn't a normal one for me. My rear got really loose, but that's sort of the line. See, you're just able to. My car can't do that. I can't turn in early. It doesn't work. I think you're just slowing down a bit better than I am. Just wasn't slowing down enough. Like, look at me. I'm like sideways through there.
You're a lot further right than I ever was.
That was an extreme example. Here, you want me to unmute myself or something? Make it a lot less confusing because I'm on a 10-second delay when you're watching and listening to me on the stream.
Yeah, it's mind bending.
There you go. Oh god damn it. Okay, wait. Let's go to my Discord because we need push to talk in this channel. I guess. See ya, Oliver. If you're still there.
Yeah, see you. Bye bye, guys.
All right. Oh, okay.
Said, I mean, I was
we go.
never anywhere near that far right. If I was ever that far right going into the elbow, then that's because I screwed up.
It's funny because
I pretty much hugged the wall all the way around. But
in the practice race, I saw you taking a different line than I was, and I was like, okay, so I should start trying to compensate to try and get. You were just getting such a better run out of there than I was. Maybe I'll just try to line it up wrong the entire time. I was almost like going, like literally, the reason I was going wide like that is because I thought I saw you doing the same thing. That's the reason I was doing that. Obviously not. I figured, oh, maybe I can get a better run if I could try to go for a late apex, because that's what it looked like you were doing.
See, I think the way that the corner works is that the closer you get to the wall, the more cambered on it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like it's more cambered at the exit, and then it flattens out as you go further away from the wall. So I was always in.
Now that I'm looking at it, I can see what's wrong. So yeah, there's a lot of camber in here. Right about here, the dip in the camber is a lot better if you stay inside of this line right here. But once you get outside of here, it's a lot flatter, and then it kind of sharply turns into sharp camber. So you just, the way I'm going to turn in, that's an extreme example, but especially that dip right there that I'm in, it's just flat, and then it sharply transitions to camber. So if you're inside, you're going to get a lot better. Every time I used to drive this track, I remembered that staying inside worked a lot better, but for some reason that just blanked on my mind now. Maybe I thought with the new updates it didn't work as well. Anyway, yeah, let's keep going. I was doing that through the whole race. Not quite that sideways or that extreme, but I was making that same mistake all the way through.
Well, it might well have been. I mean, maybe your car, the way it was set up, like just wouldn't take that line. I mean, maybe
yeah,
you
I don't
the
know.
fastest line for your car. Like my car, like the nose comes in quite easily, so like I could carry quite a lot of speed in and get the nose into the wall.
Okay, no, look at this though. Scott's actually taking the same line as me. He actually is staying wide, and he turns in late. He gets a really good run. I think it's, yeah, I was gonna say it's the M6, but you're driving the M6 as well, so. Sorry, I'm missing.
Probably just not a setup. Like, no, yeah. I mean, I didn't have any understeer at any point. Like, pretty much every corner, if I steered extra, I would have hit the inside wall. So it means that for those corners, I could choose exactly where the nose of my car was. Whereas I guess you guys, because you had a more understeery setup, you'd have had to go so much slower to get the car to turn in that much that there was probably no point in doing it. I would trust yourself. I mean, hell, if you thought that was the best line to drive in the race, it probably was for your car the way it was set up today.
Oh, it was slipstream. That was 100% slipstream. That's how we drove around you so easily. He also was really, really good on the outside through the chase, as I discovered multiple times. He had a lot of grip there. He was saying I was good on the brakes, but goddamn, like he could hold that right line so well. But seriously, your car was suffering for slipstream, as I'm sure you know, because you were on my ass the entire race. You could never catch me. Look at this right here. This is where the difference is. Up in near the top of 6th gear. Look how much faster he is. This wasn't even a good example either. Like, look how much grip he has out there. I don't understand that. Just took off like you weren't even there. This is where the duel with me and Scott happened, which is just absolutely nutty. He slipstreams me here. I knew right away he was on my mirror. I'm like, oh geez, here we go. I had some crazy pace. Actually, oh, that's right. Okay, so the duel didn't start here because this is where suddenly my car came into work. Out of nowhere, I started setting. This lap was 1 second faster than any of my other laps. I was setting like 2:07.6 or something, then it started going down from there. I did start struggling for consistency eventually, though. Pretty sure I pulled a gap.
It was surprising because at the start, I
right here.
managed to catch up with you guys a bit. And I was thinking they must be taking it really easy.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
Oh no, man, it's your stream. Interrupt away.
Just interesting because, like, so the turbulent air didn't seem to have much effect on him throughout the race, but when I got behind him eventually, I was just running behind him. I was really feeling it in that section. Obviously, he was at this point too. Looks like he lifted. You have like a random cut or something? Oh, it's all normal. Just taking it safe, I guess. He realized he was in a really good position at this point, so he's gonna have a chance to attack me. Might as well. It's not like he dropped off in pace, though. It's literally just I started going 1 second faster. Out of nowhere here.
Maybe he did the same thing as me. I mean, I noticed that in the practice race yesterday, where if I pushed real hard for like a lap or two, then on like the third lap, my tyres wouldn't like it.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He actually did say that in the Discord. He had to push and then take a break, then push, then take a break.
Yeah, he probably just thought, you know, screw it, job done for now. Made it to third from last. And then just, like, probably
look who's
get by later.
Look who's right behind him still. Ridiculous. I think Daewoo this whole time was catching up too, sort of. I mean, I think Daewoo was holding neutral at that point, but then me and Scott started tussling, and he definitely started catching me. Alright, so I think there's 2 or 3 laps here where I just pull off a bit. Get a kiss on the wall there. I think it was 2 laps that I set were 17s. And then after that, it started getting back into the 18s, and that's when he suddenly caught me again, and that's where the duel started. Yeah, you can see I pulled a healthy gap. I guess I should have been going by that logic. Don't push the tires too hard. I just don't trust this game with that kind of thing, but I guess I should be. I was just driving the same way every lap. Like I was just like I would compensate if the car started having less grip, but I wasn't like trying to take it easy on the tires or anything like that. At the start, I was trying to just not crash, so I wasn't really caring about the tires. Probably stupid. Because I know this course is bad on tires, and it's hot, and it's just nasty.
Yeah, I think there's maybe something, because the other day, Speed was saying about the carcass temperature.
Yeah. The 4 different temperatures. I remember mentioning that, yeah.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's it. Like, if you just work your tires too hard, and it may be something that just happens to me worse because I tend to run lower pressures than others. But maybe just you work the carcass that hard that because there's a lateral stiffness value.
Yeah, that's what he was. I think that was the main thing he was talking about was the lateral, the heat on the sidewall or something like that.
Yeah, and I think that's it. If you heat up the carcass too much, that the lateral
slippery
stiffness starts to drop, and then it starts to your tires can move under your car. So
I noticed. I noticed at the end of the race, my pressures were getting higher. Like I was up in the 1.75s, whereas the rest of the race I was like 1.71, 1.72, like 4 at max. But the front started getting up to the 1.75s at the end, so all that heat must have just built up over time. And like you said, I think your tread starts holding. Man, he was playing some serious mind games with me there. I remember that. I'm like, dude, you gotta give me room. Like he was like leaving it like it was 3 wide or something. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I remember you mentioning as the tires wear out, they tend to hold heat not quite as well, so that was something that I was noticing on here.
Yeah, because my tires went away, and then I took it. Then I kind of safe. I was just riding around myself, so I took it easy. And then when I did need them towards the end, they didn't give up on me. Like I didn't spin at anything. I managed to like.
I think right there, he expected to pull off like he pulled off on Bo, but no way. I was right on him. He's not going to make that easy. Right here I get another run on him. We go side by side. He definitely couldn't get his good slipstream, there's no doubt. Whew. God, that's scary. Thing is, like, it looks like I kind of put the squeeze on him there, but you can't really turn in any later than that. When you turn in out here, you tend to just go into the wall every time. Which I remember Daewoo doing that in the practice race, and everybody had to avoid him. It was terrifying.
I'm amazed he didn't put it in the wall there, because I tried that. I tried to go around the outside of Marvin.
Oh, it's so scary.
And with like the car just stepped out, I was lucky I didn't spin.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
I think
amazed
you
made
probably tried to do exactly what I was just saying you can't do. Like, you probably tried to get up on that wide banking there on the entrance, and it's, for some reason, it's just, I guess it's just so tight up there. Even though it's good banking, it's just so tight and low grip that you just don't make it.
I think it does the similar thing to the other bits, where outside the line it's flatter, so you kind of lose the camber as you get out, as you the further you get out. Maybe not there, but at the start anyway, it seems like. Either that,
Crazy.
or, I mean, I know that there are certain bits in the track that that's careful.
Pulls off a bit here. I think every time, again, because I was struggling so much with Forest Elbow, and I don't think he was. I was. That was the biggest thing that punished me. I might have been able to hold second if it wasn't for Forest Elbow, man. Something about it. Just couldn't get in there. Aldo just didn't like me there. I did still, it's funny, because with his damage, this was still close enough every time. I was still able to get a run on him. I don't think I got side by side from here, but the first couple of laps I couldn't quite catch him in the back straight. Then eventually I start catching him there.
If you change to my car, you might see the line effect through there.
Oh, hold on. Where are you? Oh, you're already there, jeez. Actually, you weren't that far back the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, but I wasn't battling people. I mean, you and Scott were busy. I was literally just driving around on my own.
Oh, you're taking the same line. I mean, on that lap at least. Like, we're all taking the same line. Weird.
Yeah, that's not a great example either.
Yeah, probably not.
No, I mean, I think that was. I thought that was okay actually. I mean, because that's it. I mean, you can throw it in closer to the wall, but there's a chance of race the rear, and it just wasn't worth doing that in the race.
My throat's starting to hurt. Ah, oh, where, what? That. Oh, what's up, Speed? Alright, hold on. I'm just getting my way through this. You see that race, Speed? Yeah, you did. You just missed the start. That's right. Right here, I got a run on him. I got this over and over and over and over. I just seemed to be quicker in the last and first corner, which is funny because I felt really weak in those, except at this point in the race. Again, same thing. Side by side through there. I didn't hold it that time though. This went on for so long. You probably didn't see a lot of this shooter, but it was crazy. Yeah, he pulls off pretty hard here. Oh yeah, that's right. He straight lined it. That's funny because I think I did the next thing a couple laps later. I thought he did it after him. Sorry, I thought I did it before him though, not after him. Maybe I missed it.
Very so.
I mean, that's you're not gonna hand back this position for that when you're that far ahead. That's fine. I did exactly the same thing, and I was pretty far ahead too. But then I get a run on him, so it doesn't matter. Quite a bit faster. Oh my god. Oh. I kept braking too late. Sorry, I kept braking too early. That's why he was saying my brakes were so good. Oh, he left me. Okay, he left me a healthy amount of room there. I thought I might have pushed him wide on this one, I think. No, I think it was later on. I thought I might have pushed him wide. Let's see from his perspective. Like, was he just trying to leave the room? It seems like it. Yeah, he was just trying to leave me room. Oh my god. No game! No game! Why game? God, I fucking hate this overlay. Oh. I just exited the replay. I remember somebody mentioning that in the patch, in the official forums with the patch notes. Oh yeah, by the way, they still haven't added a warning when you click escape and the replay's anywhere. You can still just leave it right away. So stupid. So the same button to bring up all that overlay stuff is escape. And if you press it again after you bring up the overlay, it just kicks you out of the replay. Now I have to fast forward all the way back up there again. My
That's
God.
weird, because mine's white to bring up the overlay.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you okay? Never mind. Okay, well, you'll be here a while. How many times it's happened? Get through chat while I'm doing this. Oh, you had the Z4 icebergs. Wow. Talking about where the next one was. Yeah, I think you were talking about the first stuff. I'm still catching up on this. I wasn't really reading it again. Steering during brake. No, it was like M-Smed. Trust me, that's sort of a more bait. Like I was trail braking there. You kind of need to. I appreciate the advice, but I know it's bad to steer when you're braking, but that's not. It's more complicated than that.
Well, that'll be 7 to
Like
7 steward inquiries already.
what?
Because it was already 7 steward inquiries from that race.
Kidding me? For what? Random stuff?
It was 4 from PlayStation 4 and 3 from evidence.
3 from evidence?
Yeah.
You mean? Why? For what? Fucking rear-ending ironic? Dude, I'm telling you, like, I try not to have feuds with people, but that guy has literally been going around the forums disagreeing with every single thing I post. Every single thing I post. I don't know why. Everything. I don't think I'm that much of a disagreeable guy. Not many people do. I don't know what his issue is. Crazy. Every time I'm, like, debating about a penalty or something like this, he just disagrees with it. Like, I'm willing to take the penalty if it's a fair penalty, if I'm gaining the advantage, and he just disagrees with that. I flipped him over in the practice race, I remember that. I sent him for a barrel roll. If any of you were watching the practice race, Andrix was like right behind me. He spun out on the chase, ended up sideways right in front of me. I T-boned the shit out of him, and he just went for a barrel roll. Alright. I think this is my most driven track. If I check my profile, I'm pretty sure this is my most driven track. Even before this, like way before this. I just haven't driven a lot recently because I knew this was coming up later in the calendar. I'm like, okay, I don't want to burn myself out on this too much. I really, really love this track, so. Drove 2,500 kilometers just this week. That's nutty. Alright, now I think Scott starts... Scott's back here still. I'm keeping my finger away from the escape button. I think if I right-click here, it exits me from the replay too, so I'm not going to do that. Ugh. Start on 2.5. You were on the Audi though, right? So... I mean, I was thinking about running 1.5. Out of 2.8 maximum, I was thinking about running 1.5, but Andrex and Shooter and all them convinced me to run 2.7. Which, again, I think I'm glad I did. I thought there would be a lot of downside to it, but, I mean, I was dueling with Scott, who had damage, and it clearly was fine, so. Not a big deal. Okay, we're getting there. I think we were about here when I exited. This high-speed F1 action, F1 GT3. F0 almost. For the speed. I think Daewoo spins here. No, not yet. It's gonna take a while. Alright guys, I mean get through it. Replay system. You know how much trouble it would save if they would just let us jump to a certain place in the replay? Come on. Oh, you're iceberg. Okay, cool. The icebergs, obviously, yeah. Are you you an elite? I can't remember now. I remember seeing your name around a bunch. I think maybe probably in the practice races and stuff. All right, finally we're getting there. Come on. Sound of that Ferrari on fast forward. That sucks about how he literally just demolished you in one fell swoop. He just gets up to you and then just bang, you're gone. I think that Ferrari they just couldn't fight in the straight, which is strange because the practice race, I remember it being very, very good in the straights. Whenever I went to slipstream behind one, I couldn't catch it.
Yeah, but didn't he say he's got damage?
Oh yeah, that's right. So did Scott though. Scott said he had 10 damage or something as well, I think. It was only hurting his top speed, I think. Maybe it was hurting his cornering a bit. Like, had he been damage free, he probably would have pulled off on me. I was lucky I didn't have damage, actually. I should have. I really should have. Yeah. Alright, here we go. We're almost there. So I think we were on the second or third lap of us dueling. Just looking at us through the chase when I hit escape. Oh, he finally starts catching me. But you can hear how hard he's downshifting in the chase. Resident Sleever. Holy shit, come on. I want to finish this replay. And then I want to see Scott's first 5 laps. I should have... That's stupid of me. I should have watched Scott's first 5 laps right here. Look how much I was moving. Just hold on. How much I was moving around in the straight here. What's up with that? I think it's because I was just so tight. I had nowhere to go. Oh my god. Sadio, my Sadio. Okay. Oh, you're the elite coordinator. Oh, shit. You're at the back in a Z4. You're crazy, man. Okay, we're almost there. I think it's not. I don't think it's this lap. I think it's next lap. So yeah, I think I was at the point where Scott had just gone through the runoff in Skyline. I don't think it's this lap, is it? Maybe. What is? Okay. Pretty much the same point now. On him. He was really struggling after that runoff. I think he was just trying to get his pace back, get his eyes back in. Or maybe he realized he was pushing his tires too hard. I don't know. That's right. Okay, we went through here. Just a mirror bumper. Room. He gave me way too much room. Put himself off track here. Yikes. I think actually right here it doesn't look like we touched, but we did touch 100%. We definitely touched. It was the awkward line he had to take in. I didn't realize he was so far out, so I went to just kind of turn in normally like he was still alongside me, and then he kind of bumped.
Track limits. Track limits.
Huh?
Track limits. Track limits.
Oh, track limits, Jesus! They're like mumbling. Can't understand what you're saying. Well, yeah, there was a few points here that we definitely exceeded track limits together. So, like he had that one run off on Skyline. I ended up having one as well. Both of us, I think, cut turn 2 like with each other, at least once or twice. Oh, getting loose. This is the other thing. He wasn't slipstreaming me efficiently. I was making sure I would use slipstream as much as I could. He would just go for it, get alongside me right away. If you lift early in the straight, just stay behind the guy. Once you're up in 5th and 6th gear behind him, you're gonna get way better run. He could possibly just pull right by me in the straight. I don't know why he wasn't doing that. I don't think he realized it.
This is a geological oddity.
Oh.
What wing did you run in the end?
Where? What? Oh, where?
What wing did you run?
Oh, 2.7. That's what I was saying. You and Andrex kind of convinced me to run 2.7.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was kind of based on the fact that not having damage in 2.7's faster than having damage in 1.5, and
that's
I guess
what I agreed with
just
too.
about worked.
It wasn't even just the damage factor; it was the fact that it would just be more. It would just be more consistent when the tires go off too. The other thing, because the tires did really go off for me at a few points there. Okay. Wow. Iger Gulat. Thank you, man. Do I not get the weirdest names that I have to read off all the time? I'm probably saying it. It's probably something really easy to say, and I'm just butchering it. Anyway, let's keep going here. Through the mountain, I kind of drop off a bit. Actually, I kind of stayed with him there. I think he was taking it easy at this point. And I got, you see, you look at this. He's actually holding the left. He's holding the left hard on the forced elbow. I'm still trying to take that normal right line. You can even see the suspension work though. My right end, my right side is breaking out right here. Right there, it breaks out. That's a lot of while struggling with stability. I'd try to get the car rotated and then suddenly it would unrotate and I'd have to fight it. Run on him again, probably go side by side.
That looked like a good line too there.
Was it?
Had there. I mean, I think
his or mine?
No, yours.
Really? I was doing that every time. Like, I thought I was anyway. Don't get a run on him. Spook him a bit in here. Get another run on him. This is where I remember here, like I think we bumped bumpers. Yeah, we definitely did. Right here, I touched bumpers with him. I realized, okay, I'm gonna lift, which is what he wasn't doing. You lift and then you wait till 4th or 5th gear and see I suddenly get a really good run. A lot better than he was getting. The only problem there is that you allow the other guy some more time to choose a defensive line, but he could have. You can choose a defensive line as soon as you come out of turn 1. It's not a big deal. I think he leaves me room here. Yeah. Oh my god. that was. Hold on. I want to see that one again. I think he just kind of was going for safety, kind of braked early and hard. Whoa. Thanks. Just on me through here. Is this where I use the runoff? I think it is. No, it's not. Meanwhile, Bo is still right there. Just saying. Never fell off. Oh my god, yeah, I remember that one. I went to grab first gear and it just got out on me completely. It got out early on. It looks like I went wide, but the reason I went wide was because of first gear. Probably hear it on board, actually.
I was the fastest car in the track that last lap. First time ever.
Enjoy it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm putting that as my forum signature.
And he gets a run on me, sort of.
Oh no, damn it, I wasn't. Nagrom was faster. Oh, fuck. Ruined it.
Oh, what happened there? I don't think I remember that one. Was this near the end of the race? No, not really. Definitely almost died there, though. Almost did the same thing as you, Shooter.
Yeah, I braked there for that.
Just four-wheel drift like crazy. Like again, Scott, you never see Scott make a single mistake like that.
I think he's just ice cool. Like, I mean, I think he thinks he might be stressed out while he's doing it, but like, I don't see that in any of the way he drives. I mean, look how close that was, and he still makes the apex perfectly.
And I got a run on him. I don't know how many times. There was countless. I literally lost count of how many times I got a run on him on this front straight. Every time I had to go to the outside. Every single time. Oh, yeah, I remember that one, because Bo was right behind me, too. Look at this. Look how tight this was. It's crazy. I was like, oh, I gotta go for it. I trusted my spotter there. He said there was players, so... Bo actually almost hit me, too. Wait, let me see this again. How tight was Bo to hitting me? Really tight. You should be able to see him right here. Right there. Oh my god, I went for... Oh, okay, he wasn't that close. Okay. Back out of this one. Oh my god. And he pulls off. This was just such a crazy race. I still can't believe it. This is where we started running into a bit of lap traffic. And I get a run. I don't think I go for a move here. This is when he started pulling off a bit more. Maybe I think my pace dropped off a tiny bit. It was just that tiny bit slower that to the point where I couldn't get alongside anymore. When did I? So I don't know. I'm really confused now. I did take the runoff on Skyline one time. I don't remember when it was though. Must have been. I'm pretty sure it was before Scott, and I totally missed it. Weird. Must have been too busy looking at something else. What corner do you hate, Gixxer? Turn 2? This car does not like turn 2. Oh yeah, this terrified me. I think this guy was a ghosted, DC ghost. No, he was just idling backwards on the hill. What the fuck? God, dude. I think that was evidence too. Yeah, it was evidence. God damn, like how much shit can he get involved in? What the hell happened here? He just gave up. For some reason he decides to reset his car and it just lags backwards. He's literally rolling backwards at this point. Almost takes out the leader. Unfucking believable from this guy, dude. I remember seeing it. It was terrifying when I saw this because I saw the nameplate before I came around the corner, but then like look from my view, it's just like holy shit, where'd that car come from? Probably the same from Bo as well. Going. We're near the end now, I think. Still 13 minutes left, but this is where it just kind of calms down. I think Scott pulls off. I couldn't catch him again. But damn, what was that? 4 or 5 laps of just straight side-by-side battles. Oh, I got another run here. Not enough though. He was starting to find better grip in turn 1, whereas I had better grip for the rest of the race. Oh, it's still right there. Sort of. He dropped off a bit. I actually started having to go on Scott again. It's all because of this straight, though, every time. Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a few times here where I kept thinking I was going to rear end him, too. His braking was crazy. He said my braking was crazy. His braking was crazy. I think it's just scary braking near each other in this track for some reason. There's something about the M6, it just doesn't like to hold its... The brakes don't work consistently for both cars all the time, so... At least here, anyway. Pretty sure you had a half spin? Oh, when you fall back? I don't know if I want to rewind that far now. I probably didn't see that in my mirror. Look. I'm gonna want to watch this back again, like just the starting part of it, because I want to see when I went through Skyline, because I did go through Skyline. I'm positive. Oh, it must have been there, no? Look how much. Okay, just for an example of the slipstream. Look, Bo doesn't get any slipstream. Look at the difference. Look how much me and Scott pull off. Just disappear. Big gap. 1.1 seconds. 1.2 seconds. 0.3 seconds. He did fall off though. I'm not sure what happened. Catch back up again. Anyway, whatever. Let's keep going. gonna take years to watch through this whole thing. I clipped my review of like every race. Last race, it took me like an hour and a half to an hour to go through the whole replay. I still didn't watch everything I wanted to. There were still some incidents that I wanted to see. I mean, clearly, I didn't spend as much time as freaking Dawu or Andrex watching it, though. They went hard. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Yeah, like I said, I think we're pretty much done here. Oh, wait, what happened there? I remember that happening, too. This is when the tires started falling off. Another moment, just a four-wheel drift at the last corner. I didn't trust it, I didn't want to commit to that. Oh yeah, I kind of cut you off here, didn't I? Sorry about that. I remember this, because I wanted to claim the inside line right after that happened. You were just right there, I'm like, oh jeez. Yeah, that was kind of my bad, sorry. Oh, do you remember when I did when I straight line Skyline? Because I definitely did. Must have been in the first 5 or 10 laps, I think. Probably somewhere near lap 10.
You looked at the stewards panel.
Hmm?
You looked at the stewards panel.
Fuck that.
Nothing involving you that I've seen
Yeah,
so far.
sure. Not yet. You know what?
Evidence has raised one against himself from the start of the race.
Okay. You know what? You know what? Fair play to him then. Because I was kind of getting on his case, but you know what? If he's doing that, he's admitting fault. That's really good of him.
I wonder if you can go in there and just open a general track limit discussion and just put everyone that's involved in that race. It gives you all a week, doesn't it? Then, because you've raised it, you can give the evidence later.
I don't. I get your point, but yeah, it's a bit wonky on the way they decide that stuff. So what happened here? Why did I just had a really good braking through here? I just didn't. Car looks fine though. I think I was just being really safe through Skyline at this point because I didn't trust my tires anymore. Okay, again, look at this. You were able to hold this crazy inside line. I'm having to like use the entire corner. You still go faster than me. The more I'm looking at the car behavior, though, I can see why your line worked.
It's Ferrari life.
Yeah. Thank God. I'm glad the M6 is actually strong here, because it should be. It wasn't real life when they raced here in January or whatever it was. Oh, that was the last lap. Okay. Okay, let's jump back to the start then. Oh yeah. Scheiße. Okay, let's watch Scott start. Sitting there waiting forever. He's literally in the back, so. Hey, that's one benefit that Scott had being in the back. Yeah, he was working hard to keep his tires warm. Holy shit. Yeah, he can look at this. He can do this. He can fall way, way, way back and just use all that speed to warm up his stuff, which is what I had an issue with. I couldn't keep warm. I was like riding on ice. Right here, it just started turning into ice. Nothing I could do. I could try and weave, but I was really scared of weaving out of control. I wasn't weaving enough. I should have. Look at this gap he leaves. Smart, very, very smart play by him. 1.9 on all tires? What? The hell, Bo? Are you serious? Why? Why so high? Crazy. 1.9 and you're still that slow in the straights. And you're that quick in the corners. That's unbelievable. If you were down to the 1.8s, 1.7s, you would have been like unstoppable, I think.
I'm starting to think though that, I mean, us running 1.7 or whatever, like 1.72, you have more grip than 1.8. They're not slower in the straights, but I think that maybe does contribute to the tyres going soggy. And I'm thinking I might try and run a little higher for the next race, just to see if they're more consistent over the time.
What happened? Oh, I guess it was ironic getting bumped there. There was just a chain reaction here. The hell happened? I mean, you were back there, Shooter, sort of.
No, I was right behind them. A bit further forward. But yeah, I mean,
What the hell happened?
I think people freaked out when the cars came together, and then people lifted, and because of that,
the
Scott,
chain
like,
chain
he couldn't see it.
reaction.
I mean, I think he did good not to smash in the back of him because
There
he
was a
couldn't see
couple.
what
There was a
happened.
couple collisions. Like if you watch Scott here, where is he? Lost Scott. Where'd Scott go? Wait, how are you at the back? What? Oh, this is glitched out. Hold on, Scott's right there. Like watch from Scott's perspective. There was a big Constantina effect here.
Yo, why the hell am I at the back?
No, don't worry. Don't worry. It's a glitch. I saw it happen earlier too. It's because people didn't cross the line yet. He gets 2 positions here already. Oh my god, push him wide. 3 positions. NSX is useless. I mean, his pace compared to the guys at the back is just like he's on another planet. So, 4 positions. This is crazy. I think a lot of this came down to him warming his tires properly. I'm serious. Because the other people probably just didn't do it well. 5 positions. 6 positions. I can tell you straight up, my first lap was horrible. It was definitely my worst lap of the race.
Just fearless.
7.
He believes that he won't hit people. I wouldn't have tried half that stuff.
He knows what he's
Even if I
doing.
could have managed
He
it.
was playing mind games with people, right? Kind of force them to open that door and just take it. So I like to do that a lot too. That's honestly a really good offensive tactic.
I mean, it does help as well that people know, oh shit, that's Scott. And then you think,
Yeah.
oh fuck,
Yeah,
he's gonna
exactly.
get past me, there's no point in
A
fighting.
lot of them probably knew he was back there. God damn, what happened to Lusty?
It was the same for me. As soon as I noticed he was catching me, I started thinking about how could I let him
Oh, he
past
took a
without
big hit.
losing a lot of lap time.
Well, what happened to
like,
Lusty, man? This is really good for me in the championship, actually. What the fuck?
He was actually thinking, how can I make this guy even wider to stop and get him past?
Oh no. Did Lusty retire?
No, he finished like last.
Oh my god, look what happened. No wonder. He missed Skyline on the first lap. Oh, yeah. I was really scared of doing that. I was really scared of doing that.
I think I seen that. I nearly got caught up in that one.
That's a huge amount of damage right there. Guarantee you his steering's been just a lot of things are messed up. He was letting everybody by. He's up in 5th right now, okay? That's crazy. You can see the gap in front of him was huge. And just lets
Yeah,
everybody
he
by.
was fair because he pulled over to let me past, I think.
He let everybody pass, literally. Straight, he just let everybody pass. He was just staying on the grass. He thought his car was probably too badly damaged to even try and stay on the road.
I was actually really lucky coming down there because it was ironic behind me.
Oh.
And because I knew he wouldn't hit me, so I left a big gap to the cars in front, and that's why I didn't get caught up with it when he crashed, because I thought, fuck this, lap 1, someone's going to crash, I'm leaving a gap.
Like he definitely had good heat in his tires. Like to be able to do, oh my god, look how tight that was. Look at his right tires. Look how close his right tires are to the grass here. That is some serious car placement. Is that a McLaren? Yeah, Voodoo. Yeah, this is a new guy. This is his first race in the series. To be honest, I had a couple weird incidents with him in the practice race. I didn't realize he was a pro. I recognize his name though. Ticklish Picklewick or something. He's already up, what are we, 10 positions now? There's 12. 2 for 1. Fucking 12 positions. No wonder he caught up so. I can't believe what I'm watching. He makes it look so easy. Okay, I actually want to reference something for you guys. I think Scott did the same thing to Cota, what I remember. He did the exact
I think he
same
caught
thing.
everyone in turn 1 at Cota.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
killed 5 people in the first
Within the
corner.
first sector, he had like 5 positions.
Oh yeah, it was.
The guy is so good. Apparently he races in real life professional karting, so I don't know professional, but he does race real life karting. God damn.
Well,
look at this.
apparently he's got a bunch of trophies from winning karting races. I don't know if he still does it, but yeah, I mean the guy's he's a driver for sure. He's got skill.
So good. He definitely earned the championship, that's for sure. We all thought Ironic was gonna dominate, but he kind of got screwed. Leaky had a good race, I think. I don't know if he was like involved in much. Probably be watching him right now too.
Yeah, because he got where is he now? Because he got by everyone.
What? How did he? Wait, what? Is the M6 really that strong? I thought the Corsa was like strongest car in the straights. Look at this. It's like he just lifted to let him by. He probably knew how much faster Scott was. He's just like, nah, I'm not getting involved in this. Touring, you just got demolished there too. I know the Audi's weak in the straights, but Porsche shouldn't be. Maybe the Porsche had damage. Here's Leaky right in front here.
All on turbo cash would be handy. Just the altitude.
So this
Yeah,
is
Porsche does have
lap
a
what?
turbo.
Yeah, Porsche, Audi, Merc, what else? Except
Lambo.
for Lambo. They all don't have turbos. They really struggle.
Oh, rip wing. Scott followed him too. He actually took a bit of damage here. Look at the wing. That was ironic. Oh my god. Wow, man, that's where his race got ruined right there. Then that's hilarious. How crazy is that? The two guys at the top of the championship. Scott catches up to him right away. He sees Ironic's wing fall off. That's like a metaphor for how the championship has gone for Ironic right there.
It's also funny that they both hit the same wall.
Yeah. Well, just the fact that like he sees Ironic's car just crumbling in front of him. It's like, oh, that must have been such a morale booster for him.
I think the BMW's wing wouldn't have fell off for that hit. And, I mean,
yeah, it was weird.
I think there's something to be said.
Oh, you can see right away. Ironic knows.
Well, it's because the rear wing's lower, isn't it, on the RS? If you look at the way it hits the wall,
look at this.
Ironic's wing actually
Super
hits
loose.
the wall.
He just
The BMW wing's over the top of the wall.
Yeah, that's probably it. That's another thing that makes the M6 awesome.
Still, I probably missed me cutting the freaking highline again.
Don't show that. Maybe used against you.
I think it was Bo would have been the only one close to me. It was me and Scott, and me and Scott did it like back to back. I remember. So this point, this is from here on. Scott just like kind of did like one by one slowly, because everybody's spread out. So polishes these two Ferraris, and then he's up behind you, shooter. And then at that point, I knew he was there. Once he was up in the field. Actually, I think after he passed you is when I was aware of him.
That's twice that similar things happened to me, because I nearly took out Dalu and Long Beach. Like, he had to drive over the fountain to not hit me, and then Scott here, I nearly bloody took him out as well.
Yo, that was fucking dangerous. He almost pit maneuvered him in the straight right here. Look at this. I know what he's trying to do. He's like, okay, the M6 has a better run on me. I'm going to try and pull in behind him. Look at this. Oh. I think they actually did touch. God damn. That is not a nice place to touch.
Fuck.
I think Evidence just wanted a bit of everyone's paint job in his car at the end of the race.
Alright, well, that's...
Maybe he figured he'd already hit Ironic, so he should at least hit Scott too, to make it fair.
Oh yeah, in-game, and then just fast forward through this. I just want to see where I straight lined it. I'm pretty sure I hadn't yet. I thought I did it before, like right around when Scott was near me. Maybe not, though. Maybe when Daewoo was around me, I don't know. I remember backing off a bunch and letting him like get right up on my ass. And I think they got a run on me down the straight because of that. Yeah, I remember saying that while I was driving too. You guys remember that? It was like, oh look at this, all of this happened because of Skyline. Oh yeah, that's when. Okay, yeah. I'm remembering now. So it was when that duel with Scott happened. I think that's when I cut Skyline. And then at that first duel, I'm like, holy crap, all of this because of Skyline. I thought I was gonna lose the position, but then we just kept going back and forth and back and forth. How did I miss that then? I must have pulled so far ahead that I was busy watching Scott and I just didn't see myself do it. Alright, anyway, we're pretty much done with this replay, so. Follow my race on phone between Italy and Switzerland. Yeah, Gixer, he was, I mean, especially in the chase right here, he was getting this weird outside line that I don't think I ever even attempted that, and he was just, like, he was able to run everybody down doing that.
Yeah, he's the fastest. He's been the fastest car on the track by the last 2 laps. It's just hunted me down.
Just want that Jaws music playing, don't you? Did him.
I was just thinking about that. I mean, it was actually Marley did it to me again at the end. Just kept getting closer and closer and closer. Like, I think I finished about 0.2 of a second ahead of him, and at one point I was 5 seconds ahead.
Why'd you have to
But-
spin, man? Oh man, like if you would have been holding him off for quite a bit longer had you not spun there, because he was actually not, he was catching you a bit, but not a huge amount.
No, I spun because I was going to let him pass. Because I wanted to let him pass so he would slow
No.
you guys down so I could catch up.
No,
No,
that's not how
seriously,
it-
I knew that all I was going to do was lose time. But I thought that he would go and slow you guys down and then I
don't
could
know,
catch up a bit. But
it's a bit
after my
of,
spinning,
reverse psychology.
It was a
Oh,
nice,
no.
nice 180, wasn't it? Though. Good to admit it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't see that yet, Speed? Let me show you.
So that was a nice 180.
The way that the way that he spun and then backed out of it, it was really funny.
yeah, I was really lucky because I hit the wall, but I only got 1 damage. I mean, 1 rear damage. I blamed that on all my handling instability for the entire rest of the race. It was quite nice. It means I didn't have to hold it against myself.
Here, just watch the way that he spins. It's pretty
But
funny.
yeah, I mean, the Renault would have lost its wing.
Just whoop. And then he like very cleanly reverses in. Thought it was a pretty good parking job. Where am I at? We'll get there eventually, guys. I might have missed it again. I just want to make sure I find it. It's not a big deal, really. I wish it would tell you what lap you're on. It doesn't seem to say that. Was it a timed race? Oh no, it was a timed race. That's right.
It tells you
Lap
next to
nine.
that Dom's thing.
I can't hear a word you're saying because it's fast forward. What?
Tells you next to Nacron's name. Lap 9.
Is it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, lap number, lap 10. Okay. Scott. Oh. When I jump to him, all you see is this. That's a pretty good story of his race. I can't remember if I took the full run off or not. I think I kind of like got on the grass a bit and I was like, you know what? No, if I go for the grass and just try and stay on the racing line, I'm going to die. Which is probably the same thing that Scott thought. Like, that's why that runoff is there. Because if you try and commit to the line and you're going too quick, you're going to do what Lusty did. You're just going to be gone. It's more worth it to just take the runoff, lose a bit of time rather than just ruin the entire race. I gotta go to the freaking bathroom. I was like chugging water through the race. I always get your guys' cars confused, Shooter, because his car and your car look freaking similar.
I've got the red mirrors.
Oh, what I mean, they're both yellow and they both have like stripes. His are blue, yours are black. It's like slightly different tone of yellow.
Scott's is a more mustard, isn't it? More a darker yellow.
Yeah, that's kind of like light orange. Mine's yellow.
Yours is straight yellow. Yours is like safety jacket yellow.
Yep. The watch out behind you, the yellow.
There was a plan behind all that.
That's exactly it. I mean, I picked the brightest car that I could so that people would see me in their mirrors.
I know.
Oh, it was more like I originally started running that colour in pub lobbies because like
Right.
people don't look in their bloody mirrors and they don't have the delta up and they don't have the radar up. So I wanted them to at least know I
Okay.
existed, and then I just stuck with it when here because I've got used to it.
When I use that car, which I don't use this car very often in pub lobbies anymore, I just use like random ones, but I tend to use that one that Andrex switched to. The red and white one, that one's really nice. It's like Canadian too, right? Canadian colors still.
Yeah. The VP Racing one.
I don't know. I think it's Jap Racing or something. I don't remember. It's a DLC one, I think, actually. Okay, right here. No, still not. Next lap. Because the gap is still big. There's a reason that I fell way back. It wasn't just pace, I don't think. It must be this lap. Lap 15. Sounds about right. Right around the halfway point. I guess that, yeah. That race was stressful though. Like there was many times I was saying, "Holy crap, I can't keep doing this for X amount of minutes." Like I still didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you guys fought in traffic for that. I mean, I held it together. Didn't
There
touch
wasn't
a
traffic
stall,
actually at
but I
all.
was driving around alone.
It was just dueling for position, yeah. But luckily, I'm really shocked that there wasn't any lap traffic. How was there no lap traffic? We got like what 3-4 guys that we lapped. That's it. They were very very spread out from each other. Whoops.
No, that was actually one of the things that happened to me. Like
Right
I had a 5-second gap to Marley behind, and I came across 2 lapped cars that were fighting for position, and they crashed into each other at the chase. And I just lifted off and kind of made sure that they weren't going to smash me off, and lost a few seconds to Marley. And at that point, he just thought, "Fuck you, you're not getting away," and just kept catching me.
Rolls, all right. Well, you saw it. You saw it. We found it. It's fine. I didn't actually straight line it. I kind of like just cut across the grass slightly. I do remember doing it. I clicked the arrow that was beside the rewind arrow. God, these fucking controls are bad. Like seriously, how many little inconvenient things can you put in these controls? It's crazy. All right. I don't know what now. Go to pub lobbies. I guess I haven't done pub lobbies for a while. It's already 6 p.m.
Fuji, let's do a 4-hour Fuji practice.
No, I'm not sure
I'm
what.
kidding.
I guess we're gonna end up running high arrow there, right? Probably. Couldn't see it not be. Every corner there is high arrow, so the entire track is just like high windy arrow.
Long straight though, but yeah, I'll be 2-6.
Concerned about the last 2 corners. Actually, there's probably gonna be a lot of incidents there. Right, whatever. I'm not at all worried about that track like I was worried about Bathurst, man. Holy shit, what a race though. I'm so glad my favorite track ends up being like the best race of the season. Possibly the best race I've ever had. Definitely for league racing, so. Only done one season, so. Chase